Hey, what's up, guys? As you can probably tell by now, this isn't going to be another one of the usual shell shock videos. Today I'm trying a little something different. This is a really cool game I found, Evolution Simulator. Um, so the best way to explain it is just to show you. Right now I'm going through different creatures that are already pre-installed in the game. So you just create your own creatures, like using joints, bone, muscles. You can change the population, the seconds per generation, what challenges or what they're being rated by. So running, jumping, all that stuff. So what I'm going to do is just work my way up from one joint, as you can see here. If I try to evolve that, nothing really happens because it's just one joint. I'll work my way up to 2 joints, then 3, then 4, to 8, and then eventually 32, which is really wild. So here's 2 joints, nothing really happens. I thought personally that at 3 joints something would start to happen, and so you always have to make sure to add the muscles. But even at 3 joints with the triangles, nothing really happened. I was pretty shocked. I thought they would be able to roll or something. So this is one at a time, muscle contraction. So the muscles are moving and everything, but the triangle itself isn't able to move, so there's no evolution going on. So triangle didn't work. So then I was thinking, okay, square should definitely do something. I'm going to move this to make it a little more square-like and even. So what I'm doing right now is instead of just like freeform, there's a grid system. So to make like squares and stuff like that, it can be a lot more accurate. You just put the joints on the corners, attach the bones, remember to attach the muscles. What I'm going to do in this video is attach every muscle possible, like every combination of muscles to bones possible. Because hey, why not? More muscles, hopefully more movement. I don't know if that's true, but we'll just see. So here's a square, attaching the muscles between the bones. Otherwise it won't be able to move, it won't be able to support itself. Okay, wow, so I see some movement. If you show the muscle contraction, the muscles are moving, expanding, contracting. The ones on the far right are doing the best, obviously, so those are the ones that are going to be genetically selected for future generations. So this is generation 2, as you can see on the top right. This is best of generation 1. So the way that they're ranked is by what course you're doing. So right now we're doing running, so the one that runs the farthest will be higher ranked. I just changed the generation time because I don't want to wait that long. The squares, some of them are learning to move. They kind of stop after a while, just after the initial roll. So square is not the best shape. Maybe if I change the mutation rate to 100 and simulate generation in batches. I honestly have no idea what that means, the batches thing, but why not try it? Hopefully if the mutation rate's high, some crazy things will happen. So, wow, the one on the far right seems to have figured it out, kind of squeezing in and out. So square took a while, but it did actually move. Let's try it 5-sided, so like maybe like a pentagon shape or something. I don't know how to do that in this grid system. Yeah, I have to make it a little wider. Attach the bones as usual. It's like a little house, pentagon, and some muscles. Yeah, like I said, I'm just attaching them between every combination of bones. Eventually, it starts to become a lot of muscles, and it takes quite some time, as you'll see. This is depending on. So I can already see this as more capacity for movement, I think, than the square. You see the one on the far right? It's already moving a lot. Yeah. So it's already surpassed, I would say, like square and everything like that. Square, triangle. Triangle didn't really move, I guess. So just square. Oh, that one was struggling. This is really funny to watch. Yeah, so those two on the right seem to have figured it out. So now I think we'll move on to 6 sides, the hexagon. Alright, 6 sides, making sure. Bones on the outside. Just connecting all the joints together. And of course you need muscle. So you just got to make sure I get every combination. Horizontal, diagonal. Yeah, so this already has a lot more combinations. Every time you add a joint, it adds a lot more muscle combinations. I think I got everything. It's a hexagon. So it's doing a little hoppy, jumping type thing. That one went really far actually on the first try. That's crazy. You can see that on top right, I think in Best of Generation 1, it should be the hopping one. It's not hopping yet. Maybe not. I don't know why the Best of Generation 1. Oh yeah, the Best of Generation 2. Now you see it hopping on the top right. But there's still some that are going to the left. Those have no idea what they're doing. So that was a hexagon. I'm interested in maybe if you change the orientation of the hexagon, like that one was more vertically oriented. This one will be horizontal. I don't think that'll change anything, but let's see. Because in the end, they're just hopping around and using the same muscles, and it's the same shape basically, just oriented differently. Get all the muscles again. Just a lot of red in there. Some star shape. Looks kind of cool. Let's see. They're still hopping. I don't think there's any difference because they're still able to like rotate all the way around, so they're basically the same thing. It's a good experiment though. Let's try 7. How do you do 7? A septagon. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not even. I think I'll take the grid off, because if you take the grid off, then you can move it freeform. That's still not even. Like the right side's not even off to move every joint. It won't be a perfect septagon, but good enough for our purposes, I think. Just move it around to even the space between all the joints. Like that. Actually kind of difficult to get like an even sides on each side of the septagon. Yeah, I think that's close enough. I doubt like just a few asymmetries will change the whole evolution. Okay, add all the muscles. Doing a little bit more methodically this time to make sure I get every muscle. Kind of forgot already though. So as you can see, this is starting to take some time. And because I have to make sure that I'm not missing any muscles, right? Because that's what I've been doing for all the other shapes, just muscles all over the place. I don't know, in future videos I might try using less muscles. I don't know if like too many muscles could actually harm how fast or how far the shape can go. But I just wanted to give it the most capacity for movement, so the most muscles. It's also more interesting this way when you have like a sea of red muscles. It's really funny because they're always wobbling and shaking, and they can move in every direction. I think I'm repeating some muscles just to make sure. Alright. Wow, these Septagons are all over the place. They're hopping. This one on the right is really good. I think it's figured it out already, first generation. None of the shapes ever roll so far. They're just hopping. That's the most efficient way to run and move. That's pretty effective already, the Septagon. Once you get to these hard joints, they start moving a lot more. Ah, that one's stuck. It's a little funny, it's shaking. Yeah, so we'll go back. Septagon did really well. So now we're doing an octagon. It's even sides, so it's going to be pretty easy with the grid, I guess. Just 2, 2, 2, 2. Connected all together. That's like a perfect octagon, I would say. I don't know, maybe the diagonals are a little bit bigger, but whatever, it's fine. It's not a big deal. So now, Septagon took a while. Let's see how long the octagon takes. Okay. Touching all the muscles. I think I figured out a better method to just randomly doing it. Before with the smaller shapes like triangles, squares, even like, excuse me, even like the pentagons and all. I didn't really have a methodology. I could like see every muscle group and everything like that. But with these ones, you kind of need to have a strategy so you don't miss any muscles, you know? See a lot of muscles already, like a triangle star shape in the center with the muscles. I think I got them. I think I got everyone. It looks symmetrical. Yep. Let's evolve. So octagons. Kind of looks similar to the septagons, like just a bunch in the middle, and then this one's kind of rolling, but there's a bunch at the side. We're just jumping. I don't know why, but I feel like I don't know what's happening to that one. The septagons are a little bit more able to have good movement. I mean, I don't know. Octagons are hopping. They're going a lot higher, I think. Like, the more joints you have, the higher they can jump. I don't know if that affects horizontal distance. Possibly. Yeah, so I think most of the octagons got it. Alright. So, I'm not going to keep going to nonagons, like 10-sided, decagons. I think I'll go for a really big one now. Really big. 32-sided shape. I have no idea what that's called. But it's going to take a long time to make. Let's make the grid small. It's maybe a little too small. I'm not going to be able to do that. That's going to take like a whole day. Let's have something a little bit more reasonable. Maybe in future videos I'll do like the whole grid when it's at its smallest. So it's a lot of sides. I'm going to make it diagonal instead of square. Maybe that'll help with movement. I'm not sure. Oh my god, this is going to take a long time. I can't get behind these buttons, probably. Yeah, just scale this. Yep. Awesome. Okay. So now, this is going to take a while. Alright, so I fast forwarded that for you guys because I don't think you would want to see me add all the muscles. That took a really long time. So now I'm evolving it. Let's see what happens. I have no idea what's happening. There's joints, there's muscles, there's bones all over the place. This looks really weird. I think I might have broken the game. It's really slow. Let's see if I can get muscle contraction to show, like some expanding and contracting. What's happening? Oh my god. Joints all over the place. This doesn't make any sense. So I think I broke the game. That was way too many sides, so I don't think in the future I can have this many sides. Maybe I'll try something like 20 sides. something that still works without breaking the game. Because this is really wild. So that was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching, and continue the support.